Hey guys, Michael here from michaelsherlock.com. I want to talk to you today about the new Facebook messaging system. So basically, there was a lot of speculation coming up to this event that, the Facebook is launching the Gmail killer. Facebook is doing email. And it was kind of like, okay, whatever. And even when this announcement, which I'm going to go run through in a second, people were saying, it's not a big deal. But I'm going to get to it at the end. But I think the biggest reason why this is good is aggregation, and we'll talk about that soon. So the first thing, you will be able to get a @Facebook email address. Kind of cool. Also not as professional as a lot of people would like. I mean, we've all seen the email addresses @aim.com, if you know what I mean, and those are not professional at all. I really don't even want to respond to messages from addresses like that. So basically, so you have this. But the main gist of their new rollout, which won't be coming out now, it'll be a slow rollout in the coming months and weeks. But there are three things: seamless messaging, conversation history, and social inbox. So first, let's start off with seamless messaging. The idea here is Facebook messages, wall posts, emails, SMS, instant messages, all of that will go to one product, one device. And I shouldn't even say device, it'll all go to you in a simplified and streamlined approach. The idea here is that you can get your info the fastest. So if you're at your computer, let's say, if somebody sends you an email or an SMS, an email writes on your wall, instant messages you, then you'll get a chat notification and you'll be able to answer the chat. Conversely, if you're not at your computer, then the fastest way to get in contact with you is to send you an SMS. So if I sent you, the viewer at gmail.com, an email, if you were home, you could see that right as a chat, and you could respond to it as a chat. Or you could respond to it, if you're not home, via SMS. So no matter where you are, the idea is you'll be able to answer most effectively. Now there's a few problems with this. Let's say that I've just thought of. Let's say, how does it know where you are? I mean, if you leave your thing logged in, let's say you leave your Facebook logged in on your computer, does that mean that all of this information is going to get sent to as a chat and you're never going to see it anywhere else? Because if you're away, then how are you going to get an email that's important if it's all being pushed to chat? So that's a problem. Or redundancy also. Are they going to send it to everything and you're just going to see it as chat because that's what you had? So redundancy and not getting the message are two problems I see with this. Number 2, conversation history. Save everything for you to go back to and reference. This is something that I've been using in Gmail. It's actually funny. I was talking to a friend about this. We were digging in to my Gmail account. We were looking at some emails that I sent in 2004 when the service first launched. And it's kind of funny. It's almost like a time capsule to see just how my writing has evolved over time. To look at 2004 and say, I cannot believe I wrote that email. And it's kind of a cool thing. But in a more practical sense, if you're having a conversation with a good friend and you want to remember something that you were talking about yesterday, you don't have to ask them. You don't have to dig through email threads. You don't have to do any of that. It just shows up. So if they send you an email, let's say you're at your computer, you'll get a chat window, and in that window, besides above the new content that you just got, you can just easily scroll through and look at that stuff. Or I would assume same thing for mobile, same thing for email, etc. So log of everything you've ever done, and this will be an aggregation, again, critical, of all your sources of content. So this is a big problem for me. Sometimes I'll be thinking, I remember talking to this person about X, right? But I won't remember what medium I was using. Was I texting them? Was I Facebook chatting them? Which doesn't have any records right now, I believe. Was I using, email? What was I doing to contact them? So if it can aggregate and save all of that data in one place so I don't have to worry about that, that is critical. And I guess I'm touching on it now. This is the primary reason why I think this new Facebook rollout is so important. It makes it easier for you. I don't necessarily need, so many features to get this stuff done. I know what I'm looking for, but sometimes I don't remember where it's located. So if they can aggregate everything in one place, that is a critical feature of why I think this will be a good thing. And finally, the last pillar, social inbox. So it'll actually use your social graph, that's the word they've been using, to rank your priority. So a lot of times, we get emails that we don't necessarily want to read. We get spam. And also, let's say you get emails from a close friend. Does that somehow the same priority as an automated bank statement, or as a piece of spam for that matter? No. So it uses your friends, and messages you want to see will be put into the main email folder. That's the thing, or the main social inbox, I should say. And in that main folder, that's what you're supposed to check daily, multiple times a day, and that's where you get all your information from. There's also an other folder, which is less critical stuff, but stuff that you still want. So automated messages. You know, you don't necessarily need to look at your bank statement today, but you don't want to delete it either, so it gets popped into this social inbox other section. And then finally, junk. That's spam, junk, useless content that can be put in there. And another thing that I really like about this messaging system is you have more control over it. So in the past, this is an example that they gave. But if if your email address got into the hands of somebody you didn't, or somebody found out your email address, let's say, or your phone number, you can't block them from emailing you. You can filter it away if it's an email, but if it's an SMS, you can't really do it. So the idea here is you have control over that. So even if they know your Facebook account, they know who you are, they know your @Facebook email address for this example, you can set it to friends only. So only friends can send you messages. And if you're not a friend, that message will be bounced. Or friends of friends, or everyone. So if you want to get emails from everybody out there, you can go ahead and check that out. And I keep saying emails, but I just mean any sort of social contact. Again, it could be Facebook messages, wall posts, emails, SMSs, instant messages. The idea here, and what they're trying to say, is that it's not about the medium. It doesn't matter how they're sending it to you. They just want to be able to put you and me in contact with each other, and it doesn't really matter the technology that we're using. And I think that's the most critical part of this, and the reason why I think this is, has a place in the future. I don't know if I'm going to run out and get a Michael Sherlock @Facebook email address. Probably not. I don't know, because I don't really need another email address. But the idea here is that everything will be aggregated in one place. And obviously, this is just the big picture. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. How am I going to link everything together? If somebody sends me an email, am I not going to be able to, is the path destined for me never to even check, gmail.com? Is it always just going to be through Facebook? And how much can I route through it? Can I route everything through it? Will all my services work? Can any SMS be linked to this? Can Google Voice be linked to this? Can different, there's a lot of ifs. But I think Facebook is really on the right track, and I'm really excited about this because aggregation is critical. And even if you're not the biggest, social person out there, it's still nice to have everything stored and in one nice place, one simple, elegant place for you to look at it. That's why I'm excited about it. So are you excited for Facebook's new messaging system? Or do you think, I don't really know? Or you think it to yourself, the nomenclature stinks. New Facebook messaging, the other folder. Some of these things, obviously, I hope they're going to improve, or at least, actually get a good name for it in the coming weeks and months when this product rolls out. But I'm still looking forward to using it, and hopefully I'll be able to get an invite shortly. I'm Michael Sherlock from michaelsherlock.com. This has been the new Facebook messaging system, and I hope you have a nice day.